I say that you are the love of my life. You, however, may not take my declarations seriously. You may slough off what I say. You may fluff off what I say, as though what I say is not noteworthy. Every word I say is true, and I mean every word I say. It is you who doesn't hear me, and it is you who doesn't believe me and who doesn't believe in me. I believe in you with all my heart. You can see how I can possibly love you when I don't seem to come up to your ideas or ideals of how a loving God should perform. I don't quite come up to your standards. According to your standards, a real God would never ever let you down. A real God would prevent suffering altogether. No one would suffer. There would be no loss of loved ones. There would be no loss of anything you wanted to keep. You would pick and choose according to what you favor on any particular day. What would your plan be for others, beloveds? Would you have it all figured out? If there were no bodies dying, what would you do with the surplus? What would you do with those mangled or in pain? Would you have one law of nature for those you approve of, and another law of nature for those you deem unworthy or unnecessary? If you took over creation, do you believe you would have everyone's approval and their appraisal of you? How long do you think it would be before you were run out of town? Beloveds, with all of my love for you, all my adoration, all joy in you, all joy even in your contrariness, in your foolishness, in your nearsightedness, in your resistance, in your stubbornness, in your fatalism, in your going back and forth, in all your wandering, in all your following old patterns that you hold on to, even as you don't acknowledge or even perceive the old patterns that preclude your perceived downfall, while you blame others or even me for your plights that you are the director of. How is it possible for me to forgive you or myself when I look upon you with my full love, and I see nothing to forgive you for? I don't take offense in the first place. Life is not exactly a lesson, yet it is where you gain your acquaintance with life and find your way around earth. Here you gain wisdom. How fast or how slow depends upon your openness. The more open to becoming wiser you are, the faster you will. You will become wise when you don't hold tight to your present perception of yourself as someone who knows it all. Sometimes, dear ones, you really take the cake. At this present stage of development, too many of my beloved children insist upon being in the know. This may not be only everyone else, but include you as well. Too many of my children hold on for dear life to the outlandish idea that they are invariably correct, when their being right may be the furthest thing from the truth. It is even possible that you, yourself, may be eligible for a trophy for holding on tight to a record number of misperceptions. Dozens. Maybe thousands. If you must know it all, please remember that you are my beloved know-it-all. I hold you close in my arms regardless of how you hold on to ignorance. I am unchangeable. As you grow in awareness, then you will be in truth and will stay unchangeable in your truth forevermore. Until then, it is wiser to be open and be able to confess that you don't know as much yet as you would like to. Listen, beloveds.